잡고 이제 우승을 했다. 그 이후에는 프로리그에서 김명훈에게 2번 서력을 당했습니다. 그러나 스타리그에서는 뭔가 다르다. 그리고 2연속 결승 진출을 한 선수가 여태까지 프로 선수 중에 2명이 있었다라고 하지만 홍병구도 2번 다 우승했고요. 그리고 그 강민은 우승 이후에 연속 결승 진출을.
Am I alive again? Did I just unplug shit by accident? My internet died for a second, and I plugged the phone back in, and then it came back. So I guess we cannot actually unplug the phone. Shame on whoever suggested that. I didn't even get to see you guys panic, because then like my stream died, or everything died. Hey, it does look like BGVIT is restreaming, so I'm going to use his stream. Presumably is higher quality than mine. Yeah. Alright, so I think everything is good now. My sincerest apologies for giving you all that scare. I mean, what can I say? Don't unplug shit if you don't know what you're unplugging. Anyway, it looks like we're looking at Zero's record here. 12-5 versus Protoss. There was a very interesting thing, by the way. If you read the Team Liquid write-up on the OSL semifinals, there apparently in like the last however many games, Zero in ZVP has won like for the most part with all of his Hydra busts. Like he played like 20 games or something, and like half of them he Hydra busted and half of them he didn't. And like the ones he Hydra busted, he won almost all of them, and the ones he didn't Hydra bust, he lost almost all of them. So let's see if he tries busting out busting out Hydra busts here. Interestingly, Jangbi has a weakness for Hydra busts. That's right. I'm sure he has a weakness for Stargirls as well, but he has a weakness to Hydra busts. So you know that definitely doesn't lend itself well to I guess what Zero might be planning, nor for a good series here. If we see like 3 Hydra busts and a 3-0, I am actually going to be so sad. I'll just break down crying. We have to have epic games here. This is the last OSL, guys. The last OSL. Show us good games, please. And it looks like we're looking at the players' last 10 games. Both players doing pretty well. Those are a mix of the Pro League and OSL matches. And okay, so here's the thing. Normally, like I love Zero, but I cannot cheer for him in this match because the other side of the semifinals is Flash versus Fantasy. So like the winner of this will face the winner of that, and regardless of whether it's Flash or Fantasy, I think Jangbi would give us a better finals than Zero would. I really don't trust Zero's ZVT to take out Flash or Fantasy. So I'm really rooting for Jangbi here, not just because I'm Protoss. Come on, Jangbi, come on. I think ideally we'll have Jangbi versus Fantasy rematch. Jangbi! Last Protoss versus last Zerg indeed. The other guys are both Terrans. And interestingly, there were actually not that many Protoss who even qualified for this OSL, let alone made it this far. There were, I don't know, I just remember in the qualifiers, like, there were not that many Protoss making it through, so a lot of people were just rooting for random people like Mini or whatever. And in the round of 8, there were only 2 Protosses who had to play each other, unfortunately. Jangbi did take out Mini in that quarterfinal. Zero beat Hiva in a ZVZ, so both of them got mirrors. And one thing also, by the way, is that earlier today, Jangbi actually had to play in the Pro League match for Khan, whereas Zero's team didn't play today, so he'll be a little bit better rested, I think, than Jangbi, who has been here, since the I guess around lunchtime it'll be in Korea. And also, not only that, but Jangbi played a Brutor match. He played a PvP against Harangi, and he actually lost. He actually got stomped. So I'm not sure if that's going to affect his confidence going into this match or anything like that, or if he's still worrying about that. I'm sure, being the experienced player that he is, being an OSL champion, he'll be able to put those thoughts aside and focus on this match. This is going to be a best of 5. I'm not going to have my usual overlay because this is a Pro League overlay. I don't have an OSL equivalent overlay. But I'm going to let you guys enjoy this opening as well. Oh, actually, it's not going to be that long. It's just showing the match number. Okay, so here we go into the game. Usually they have a lot of pre-game hype here from the commentators. They sound super excited, super pumped. And there we have our players. And there we have our awesome crowd. Look at that packed studio. It's just like compare the studio now and what it looks like when Pro League matches are on. It's a little bit funny, a little bit sad. Anyway, game number 1. Jangbi versus Zero. First semi-final of the last OSL. Jangbi fighting! Looks like we're going to be on ground 0 as the starting map. And in the bottom right corner as the red Protoss, we will have Jangbi, the defending champion of the last OSL. And in the top left as the green Zerg, we will have Zero, who's trying to take his first OSL gold. It'll be his first and last if he manages it. And it will not be an easy road going through one of the monster Terrans on the other side of the bracket. So we do see Zero's Overlord scouting vertically here. Gonna go check the closest natural. And man, I'm actually getting a little bit nervous here. Oh, I'm getting the nerd chills. I'm casting the last OSL, guys. This is crazy. This is crazy. I can't mess up. Oh, he came to Jangbi. Oh shit, that's SNM. Guys, that's Supernova Maniac. And he's rooting for Jangbi too, of course, a fellow Protoss player. Oh, 2002, Nate, Sky, 2007, Dom something, 2012, Teeving. So Dom was an OSL, Teeving is the current OSL. Was it Nate MSL and Sky Pro League? 7th Dragon? That guy's the 7th Dragon? Who the hell are you, man? What? Who are you? Get out of here. You're not a dragon. Silly fanboy. You're a fanboy, not a dragon. Alright, back to the game. Jangbi's going for a 1-base build. What the hell? Alright, Jangbi's going for a 1-base build, and Zero's also gone for pool first here. Very interesting opening, especially on the part of Jangbi. I mean, you know, even though 12 patch is more common, going for like an overpool is still fine in the ZVP, but to go for a 1-base, this is like some old school shit right here. Oh man, I wonder if this is like his solution to Hydra Bust, is just to not Forge Fast Expand. Like, you can't Hydra Bust someone if they're not Forge Fast Expanding. Well, that's not really true. You can still just like attack them with Hydras, but this is gonna be curious. So, what is he actually gonna do? Is he just gonna like stare, like, I guess it'll be a quick Corsair. I mean, you can kind of stare DT into expand. You can get like 1 Corsair and then get like a Dark Templar and expand as well, and kind of expand safely and put on pressure. He could. You know what? I'm not even gonna guess. Not even gonna guess. Let's just look. Now, it also looks like he went for a Sovereign X-Core before his first Zealot even came out, or before making his first Zealot as well, which I think is the correct way to 1-base, and also since they're spawning cross positions, that is going to be fine. And the first Zealot is out now, and it's blocking the ramp with a probe to help out. So, Zero, he's looking around here. Interestingly, did Jangbi not scout? I don't see a probe anywhere. It doesn't look like Jangbi scouted, and now Zero is... Oh, he saw. Look at that. He was about to place the hatchery, and then he's like, "Wait a minute. There's no Forge Fast Expand." So he immediately stopped that drone. Wow, that was very cute. Look at the drone, like almost turned into the hatchery there. If he had placed the hatchery and had to cancel it, he would have lost like 80 minerals or something. What is it, like a quarter, a third, 100 minerals? He would have lost some minerals. And now the probe scout is going out. Now that the Dragoon is there to block the ramp. It looks like he's going directly cross map. In fact, judging, I guess he judged from that Ling timing that that Zero was actually cross map. So he's like, oh, okay, Lings are here now. I guess it was an overpool, so he's probably cross map. And it is actually going to be fast Templar Archives here. This is most certainly a DT opening. I mean, I guess you can do some kind of weird speed law Archon thing, but he's not adding on more gateways. I feel like if he was going speed lots with like 1 Archon, he would get like another gateway or something. This is definitely just like 2-gate DT. This is like this is like that famous game between, was it Anytime and Yellow, where Anytime just like only made DTs on 1 base and actually just killed Yellow. Are we actually gonna see like another historical game in the making right here? This is just so weird. I hope Jangbi just doesn't, you know, do a dumb build and lose. I mean, look at this. Okay, so Zero's got his hydrogen already, but he's got no lair, so his overlords are all gonna be slow overlords. And so the DTs at the very least will give Jangbi some map control. Even if Zero defends well and doesn't let DTs into his base, he'll kind of be stuck on his two bases, and then Jangbi can still expand behind it. Of course, there is an overlord near Jangbi's, or there should be an overlord near Jangbi's natural, so he does still have to be careful about a bust here, a counterattack, if he does try to expand. And now the first two DTs do come out. They're actually not going to go after the Zerglings. They're going to ignore the Zerglings here, just to hope that Zero just doesn't see the little glimmer on the map here, and it looks like Zero was not paying attention, doesn't show any reaction whatsoever to those Dark Templars. So Jangbi, look at this, very, very cute. A lot of players would just immediately attack the Zerglings that are outside their base. Of course, you can get a lot of free Zergling kills with those DTs since there's no alert sign, but it looks like some Lings are going to try and run in the base. The Lings are going to get in the base. The Ling needs to go down here. I think the Ling might have seen the Dark Templar, and now he definitely sees it with the Overlord. The DTs are running in. There's no Overlords in the main base. Jangbi, can he get in the main? One DT needs to go in the main. He's going to kill that Hydra, and he's going to get two DTs in the main. Zero has no Overlords in his main base. He has no Overlord speed. The closest Overlord is at the natural. He's going to lose so much here. Jangbi is going to go after some drones. I wonder if he attacks the lair, can he get it? There's an Overlord coming back now. He's going to start attacking the eggs to try and prevent more Overlords, but I don't think that's useful. Oh man, he's going to get a Hydra. What is he doing? What are you attacking? He's attacking the Hydra den. Is that really useful? I don't know, but either way, he's denying mining in the main base, and now he's sending in a lot of units to go attack the natural. And look at this, Zero realizes this. He's pulling all his units back, but he's going to lose his Hydralisk den here. I don't know why Jangbi's pulling back the DTs. Jangbi's moving in the front. He should know that he's drawn the units to the front side. He can really go with those DTs. Jangbi might just win off one base here. Zero, I don't know if he has enough to stop it. Two DTs and two Zells and a Dragoon, and Zero's army's not in position. He's pulling the Hydralisks back, and now the DTs go back in the main. Are they going to go after the drones or the Hydralisk den? I'm not sure, but it looks like Zero does have enough stuff now. You're going to have to pull the drones once again from the main base. Jangbi, is he going to be able to take it? Looks like no, he's just going to try and kill as many drones as possible, and no, does not actually get that many. He doesn't even get the Hydralisk den. I feel like that's a huge mistake. He could have at least gotten the Hydra den. Jangbi should really just go get the Hydra den. He's got one DT left in the main. Looks like he's going to save it and go after the drones, but wow, I think good hold by Zero, but some questionable decisions by Jangbi as well. But look at this. Jangbi definitely did get a lot of drones, and I don't know, I mean 39 supply for Jangbi against 25 supply for Zero. I think maybe that was good enough. I don't know. I mean, he's getting an expansion up. He's getting two more gateways. Zero's being super defensive because I think he knows the DT's there. Yeah, he knows the DT's still in his main base. He's going to try and hunt it down right now. The Overlord's trying to get in position, but three DTs just charging into the natural here. Just going to go after these Hydralisks, and DTs, even if they're detected, can still take down Hydralisks. It takes they will three-shot Hydra, so drawing all the Hydras down. And now the DT in the main going back. Great multitasking from Jangbi. He's going to get a couple more drones here. The drone's going to attack the DT. He's going to get 3 more drone kills, 4 more drone kills. Is he going to get another one? No, 4 more drone kills, and now 4 Dark Templars at the front here. Jangbi, I think Jangbi's been watching too many of my casts. I mean, I know I said that DTs win games, but this isn't exactly what I was talking about. But you know what? Whatever wins you an OSL, wins you an OSL. Man, this... Oh, this is so sick. Alright, and he's got a High Templar out now. In the front, he's got 2 cannons. Once Storm finishes, he's not even going to be vulnerable to a counterattack. So, you know, he's now 2 base Protoss against 2 base Zerg, and this opening is just, it's ridiculous in theory, but it actually works surprisingly well. You know, Jangbi doing some good multitask, and you can see on Zero's face he's a little bit frustrated. I don't think he's ever seen anything quite like this, and I certainly haven't. So Jangbi has managed to, I mean, if you compare the situation to where it would be in a Forge Fast Expand, Jangbi would, like, if Jangbi had Forge Fast Expanded, they would be in the same situation, except Zero would have like another base and a lot more drones. But Jangbi's situation is exactly the same as if he had Forge Fast Expand, relative to, you know, what Zerg would be doing. He's just like so far ahead right now. Man, who needs Forge Fast Expanding when you can just make Dark Templars? So, looks like Summon X-Core spinning. Presumably that is just for Dragoon range. Actually, I don't think it's a Stargate, so it has to be just for Dragoon range. And Jangbi, I mean, you know, he's at 63 supply against the 32 supply of Zeros. Might lose a DT here. No, not even going to lose that one DT. And I like how he's scouting all the top left and bottom right bases, just checking for hidden expansions with those Dark Templars. I mean, you know, obviously right now they can't really do anything anymore. They can't poke in the front. Zero's got too many Hydras, so might as well make good use of them. Check for hidden expos, make sure Zero's not trying to sneak a third out somewhere. You know, if Jangbi knows that Zero's stuck on 2 base, he can just, you know, play a little bit defensively, just stay on his 2 base as well, and he knows he's going to win the game. He's getting a Robo now just to help against lurkers. I mean, I'm not really sure what Zero can do anymore. He lost way too many drones in that attack. Even if he didn't lose his Hydra Den, even if he, you know, held off the attack and didn't immediately die, he's like, you know, Zero has basically been irradiated right now. He is slowly dying. He's eventually going to die, but, you know, it's not instant. It's not like a Psy Storm that just like kills you in 2 seconds. Zero is now an irradiated Zergling, wandering across the map, very sad, knowing that his time is short. And looks like Jangbi trying to be fancy with these DTs once again. Damn, look at that APM. Look at that APM. Oh man. The blinding speed with which he micros his units. And going up to 6 gateways. It's funny that he just skips Stargate altogether. I mean, it makes sense considering his opening, and there's really no risk of mutas anyway, so you don't really need the Corsairs. It's just I'm so used to seeing nowadays in PvZ, Protoss very often goes for like +1 Corsairs after Forge Fast Expand opening. So to see like 0 Corsairs in a PvZ is pretty amusing. Anyway, Zero is now trying to take his 3 o'clock or 9 o'clock base rather. But he's like less than half the supply of Jangbi. I think Jangbi's just going to turtle up a little bit, harass with the DTs, and build up a huge 2-base army and just go and kill them. And I think that would make the most sense. DT's going in here. Oh, they didn't wait long enough. The Overlord was still a little bit close enough, but now they're going in. And now the Overlord, is he close enough? Okay, looks like the Overlord is coming back, so he's going to see what's going on. But the DTs still managed to kill a good number of the Hydras. The DTs do have +1, and when they have +1 attack, Dark Templars actually 2-shot Hydralisks. Zero trying to be super fancy with like 1 Hydra here. Look at Zero micro and 1 Hydra against a DT. I think he might actually get it. Oh! Doesn't quite get it. I think he had 2 shots left. But now there's a giant Protoss army moving across, and it looks like there are actually mutas out, but there's way too many Dragoons for that to be very effective. Although it looks like they're a little bit out of position here. He's going to try and get the High Templar. If he can get those High Templar, then perhaps he can survive for a little bit longer. It looks like Lings were also counterattacking into Jangbi's natural. There you can see them trying to pick off some more reinforcing High Templar, but Jangbi doing a good job keeping his reinforcements bunched up, not allowing those Lings to snipe anything. But now the mutas are coming in. Will they get any High Templar? There's a couple of observers going in as well, but with those mutas there's not going to be any lurkers. And here we go. Big storm on the mutas. Great storms there. But that has used up his storms from those Templars, so even though Zero didn't kill them, they will be low on energy for the main engagement. And only 2 of them left anyway, but that is so many Dragoons. I think the pure Zealot Dragoon Force probably is just going to win the game anyway. Zero making a lot of Sunkens here to try to defend them. Not quite finished yet. A storm on the incoming Hydralisks. Gets a few Hydralisks. And here we go. He's moving in. The Zealots closing with everything. A huge storm on the Hydras at the top. The Sunkens will not finish in time. The mutas have to come back and help. No, the mutas actually going for a counterattack on the main base. There was only 1 cannon to defend. Zero just going to try and do as much counter damage as he can and just hold on to his main, but I don't think it's going to matter. I mean, if he loses natural, what does he even have left? The 9 o'clock is not really mining, and 0 GGs. Jangbi takes game number 1, setting the tone of the series with a crazy 1-base, 2-gate DT opening. Zero looking quite frustrated there. And I would be too if some guy just like mass DT'd me. Wow. Very good stuff from Jangbi. I'm quite impressed. I'm quite happy. But that's alright. It is still a best of 5. Zero still has a shot to win it. I'm also very happy to see the turnout here in the crowd. Look at all those people. They're even like filling up the sides where normally the Pro League teams would be sitting. I think they actually just have people just standing there as well. And oh. Focus, Zero, focus. Show us good games. Alright, now actually I don't know how they do the OSL matches. Do they show commercials in between each game like they do for Pro League, or are we just gonna keep going here? No idea. No idea. Of course, commercials.